For decades, the public message remained consistent: nothing in the skies. The official line attributed unidentified aerial phenomena to misidentifications, weather anomalies, or hoaxes. This posture was cemented in conclusions like Project Blue Book's Special Report 14, which recorded a complete lack of any valid evidence of physical matter in any reported flying saucer case. This document shows how the government used historical cases, like Kenneth Arnold's 1947 sighting of disc-shaped objects near Mount Rainier, as the starting point for a campaign of scientific dismissal. Even encounters reported by the nation's most qualified observers were systematically dismissed. In 1965, astronaut James McDivitt photographed a credible anomaly in space, only for authorities to label it a window reflection or a spent rocket stage. At the top of the command chain, Air Force Chief of Staff General Vandenberg explicitly rejected interplanetary theories, demanding demonstrable proof over circumstantial evidence. For 70 years, the government's operational baseline was denial. They maintained a rigid bureaucratic wall against any anomalous explanations. That wall began to crack with the recent declassification of the Department of War's Pursue files. Unlike the historical archives built to explain sightings away, these modern memorandums take a different tone. These files document a specific, recurring, and anomalous behavioral pattern observed in detail by federal agents. The release of these records indicates the government has transitioned from silencing the topic to investigating cases that it now admits remain unresolved. A June 2026 memorandum from the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO, details an encounter from October 2023. It took place near a sensitive national security site in the western United States at dusk. The observers were 6 federal law enforcement special agents, operating in teams of 2. What they witnessed was a specific anomaly that investigators classified as orbs launching orbs. This aerial map illustrates the 4 distinct incidents documented in the area. Because the agents were dispersed, investigators could cross-reference the same phenomena from multiple viewing angles. In Incident 1, agents described a luminous orange mother orb appearing in the sky for roughly 2 seconds. This rendering illustrates the behavior the agents reported. The orange mother orb produced a cluster of 2 to 4 smaller red orbs. This sequence repeated multiple times over several hours. 6 agents reported similar morphological features and performance characteristics. The consistency across these accounts, viewed from multiple angles, makes the case difficult to attribute to simple misidentification. AARO cross-correlated these accounts against radar data, flight logs, and spatial estimates to eliminate prosaic explanations. They explicitly ruled out misidentified military aircraft exhaust. While military planes were in the area at the time, the characteristics of the orbs did not align with aircraft exhaust. Investigators also reviewed internal records across the Department of War. The findings were inconclusive, failing to connect the sightings to any U.S. developmental program or test event. With conventional options exhausted, AARO arrived at a provisional conclusion. Based on the elimination of competing hypotheses, AARO's assessment states that unrecognized technology may account for up to 40% of the phenomena in this incident. Rather than forcing a mundane explanation to close the file, the Department of War formally acknowledged the possibility of unrecognized technology operating in domestic airspace. This willingness to document the unexplained is shared by other agencies. A declassified 2024 investigation from the FBI provides independent corroboration of these orb behaviors. The FBI file describes a case in the northeastern United States where a civilian captured unknown aerial activity near their residence. This redacted FBI document describes details mirroring the western U.S. event. The observer reported static, glowing orbs flashing red, white, and blue. This file also records physical evidence. The observer noted spikes in gamma radiation that correlated exactly with the object's appearances. The report further mentions anomalous effects on electronics and GPS data from devices in the immediate vicinity of the sightings. 2 independent agencies investigating separate regions documented identical behaviors and physical side effects. The data points to a definitive, unresolved pattern. The contrast between the Blue Book era and modern investigations is stark. The government has moved from a policy of blanket denial to one of evidence-based inquiry. These documents prove a shift in how the U.S. government internally handles these reports. They are no longer dismissed out of hand. The recurring pattern of glowing orbs now bridges multiple independent agency investigations taking place across the country today. The files confirm that phenomena are operating in domestic skies with behaviors that defy our current scientific catalog. After decades of claiming there was nothing to see, the official government stance has become one of genuine mystery. If you found this look into the declassified records valuable, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the official archives.